So here's a video of my little toolkit I put together. It's made out of a Mauser rifle cleaning kit, and it's just a little tin that used to hold some cleaning supplies for a Mauser rifle. And the way this is constructed is it's got a 1-inch deep compartment on this side and about a 4-inch deep compartment on this side, so it opens on both ends. You can see all the drivers and sockets in there. And then on the other side, we got some Weehaw double-sided bits. Just all the common sizes, and they're held in here with a couple magnets. They're so tall that they stand up higher than the edge of the compartment here. So I have to put them on an angle when I put them in there so the lid will close. But it holds a bunch of stuff. Made pretty good use out of the space in this thing. And I'll go ahead and open it up and show you what's in it. So here's what everything looks like outside of the can. Got a ratchet and a screwdriver handle. We got an extended Phillips and slotted bit so that you can reach into recessed areas to get to a screw, and the metric and SAE Klein Tools flip socket. These things are pretty handy. And then this is a Leatherman bit extender that I JB welded a couple adapters onto so that I could drive these double-sided bits. Any of you that have bought these double-sided bits probably noticed that there's not a whole lot of drivers that can accept those bits, but the Leatherman bit extender holds them perfectly. So I JB welded a couple adapters here so that everything would work together. Since it takes the double-sided Leatherman bits, it takes these also, and they fit all the way down into that little socket. This is the 711L lollipop driver. It's got a 1/4-inch hole for bits and everything there. If you try to put these double-sided bits in there, it's not deep enough for them, so you can't really use them too well in this driver. You can use some of them in this because the back of the bit will fit through the opening right here. But one thing that these Icon ratchets, I noticed that they have a slight problem where even if you don't line up the little dot with the line on there, sometimes it'll still go through the back of the ratchet. Of course it doesn't do it now that I'm recording, but I've had it go through a couple of times where I didn't want it to, and that's not ideal. Sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it doesn't do it, but I think there's just a little locking ring in there that gets out of place and it lets this slide through when it's not over the right part of the extender. But that being said, it's still a really good ratchet. It's a flex head ratchet. This one's the Icon Harbor Freight ratchet, and so far it's been pretty good. It's got a little adapter there on the end for 1/4-inch square, and the way this stores inside of the container, when I put it in there, I don't have a 9/16 socket on these, so since it's such a common fastener, I decided to add this to the kit. But I put it on upside down like that, and then go 90 degrees with the flex head. And then I put a 1/4-inch bit in there, and then it all goes together like this, slides down inside the container. But if you haven't seen these 711L drivers, they're really nice. This one's made out of stainless steel. They have an aluminum version, and they have one that's got a titanium coating on it. I think they were talking about making a full titanium stone-washed version on their Facebook page, but I haven't seen anything about that yet. If you need extra leverage with it, it's got this little 90-degree handle that slides out of it. But this is a really slick driver. I like this one. I'm almost looking for excuses to use this on stuff because it's kind of a cool tool to use. Anyway, yeah, that's what I keep in this thing. These flip sockets are pretty good. You get 2 sockets on each one of them, and then you just kind of pull that off and then rotate whichever one you want into position, and you got 6 sockets in one. Well, kind of. It's not one socket, but you get what I'm saying. One tool and you get 6 drivers out of it. It'll also drive 1/4-inch bits on the standard one. So if you have something you want to drive, this pulls out a little bit into the little second notch there. But yeah, you can drive 1/4-inch stuff with the end of it. So this is kind of a 7-in-1. This one's a 6-in-1. But all this stuff works pretty good. This is a piece I got from K20 Tools on Amazon. I got a little. It's actually kind of a crappy driver handle that I got this with, but this bit is actually pretty good. This is good for getting down into those recesses that are, you know, if you're working on like I don't know, like things like, I don't know, appliances, coffee makers, and anything like that. That was just something I pulled off the top of my head, but you know how the screws can be like an inch or 2 down inside of the thing that it's holding together. And this is real good for getting down in there. This doesn't do it as well because of that fat end on it. But this has been a really handy kit. I keep this in my satchel, and I find myself using it a lot more than I thought I would. But it's really handy. The only thing about it is it's kind of heavy, but the usefulness of it kind of outweighs the heaviness in most situations. I don't know if you guys can see that, but if you want to see what size drivers or bits are in there, you got a T8, T9, T20, 25, 27, and 30. And then you got a metric hex. It's a 5 and a 6 millimeter, 3 and a 4 millimeter, and a 2 and a 2.5 millimeter. And then the SAE version has, or the SAE bits have, you got a 1/4-inch, 7/32, 5/32, 3/16, 1/8, and 9/64. And then you've got a Phillips 1 and 2. I think that's what it is. Yeah, you got a number 1 and a number 2 Phillips, 4 and a 6 millimeter slotted. And then I forgot about this one. This is a T10 and a T15. But yeah, really handy kit. You can get the tin on Amazon. I can't remember what the price is, but I'll put a link below in the information box so you can look it up and check it out for yourself. But yeah, I'll put links to all this stuff down in the information. Yeah, that's my little toolkit that everybody keeps asking about. Just thought I'd make a video and show you what I keep in there. Anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment, and like the video if you found it helpful. Thank you guys. See you later.